Right, good morning everybody. Now, this is for the Bismarck, starting the Bismarck prologue part 4. Now, I've got the camera now set, I'm trying to play with this camera. The light levels are horrible in here. If I close the curtains, you can't see, it goes all grainy. Anyway, I've complained enough about cameras. So I've got it set on manual focus at the moment, which means you'll have to forgive me because I don't have a remote control for this camera, or I do, but the camera, when you use a remote control, it takes a picture, so I don't have a remote control for it, unfortunately. I'm thinking about buying one of these GoPros or action cameras. I reckon you can get a few hours of recording on them on a battery. Whether they're any good for YouTube, I don't know. And I download everything onto a PC. I like to watch what I'm doing. I'm watching this on a TV screen. Anyway, I digress. Right, we're onto the hull. Now there are certain bits on this hull. So the first job is going to be to obviously get all this repaired. Well, not repaired. Sanded down and bits and pieces done. There's a piece that goes on the front here. I'll have to find that in a minute. That is. I'm not quite sure why they have to put a great big hole in the middle there. Like that. So one of the first jobs is going to be to get the three stabilisers in there, and this is part number D16. I'll have a look for that in a minute. So before we go on to that, what we have is on the side of the hull. I've got it on the anatomy of a ship here. If you can see this, on the stern, it shows you where these little handhelds go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them going along there. Now, Trumpeter have actually added these. I think that's the bow, so that won't get me anywhere. Right, now Trumpeter have them on the stern. I don't know if you can. You probably can't. I might not be able to get them right. All right, there you go. So you can see them there. Now, luckily, Trumpeter have them correct. So that's these. You just make out. I don't know if I can zoom into it and get it closer. Yeah, it's hard. The light levels don't make it. Oh, right, there you go. So you can see, right now you can see them better. You can see them better there. So that's these. That'll be out of focus, unfortunately. That's these little bits here. Those little bits. So they need to go all the way down that hole. Right, now this is now going to be completely out of focus because I've moved it all. So they're going to be all the way down the side of that hole. Now there are can't really see them very well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So there's 28 of them on each side, so that's 56. Now the problem is with these, what you have to do, I might just take one off and show you. What you have to do is you have to get these little tiny bits. They have to go on that hole there, they have to go down there. Now, if you do it as they've got it, what you would end up doing, it needs to be a flat hole, doesn't it? Right, I need something on that to stop that. Right, oh, there you go. Right, so these need to go down there. Now to put that many in place, let's see if I can zoom in for you. Now to put that many in place there, it's going to take quite a bit. You only just see them. I would actually need to use the tabletop magnifier. But if I put that there, then you won't be able to see the model. Right, so they would be, so I can do that like that. You won't be able to see through it, to be fair. So when I come to do this, now I can see them now. So I can see where they go. That's perfect. Perfect. So Trumpeter has that right. So that is correct, as they would look. Now to put them in position, let me take one off. This is really it's complicated now because it's so small. They're so tiny. And they always put these things in. You see, they put them in and tiny, tiny little things. And they have it, it's come off somewhere. Well, it's come off, but I can't see where the damn thing is. Okay, that's clever. Right, I've got no idea where that's gone. Luckily, there are thousands upon thousands of these damn things on here. Right, now, let me try again. Right, they've got a very tiny little bit that comes off. So there's the little bit. Now, oh, you see, I've dropped it. I've got no idea where that's gone. I've dropped it. Right, now, so this is something that I'm only showing to give you a rough idea of. You probably, it's on my finger there, look. You can't even see the thing, can you? Right, so these are so tiny. Right, so there it is. So this is the bit. If I can ever get hold of it in a pair of tweezers, now I've got to be careful now because if I drop that, so you probably can't see that on the edge of the tweezers. Right, there you go. That little tiny bit is what has to go into that bit of the hole. Where's the hole gone? Well, now I've completely lost the... Where the hell am I? Twit. So I can't see this without the magnifier. But I think that has got a choice. It can either go across and use the little bit as a guide, and I think, right, they're roughly about the size of them, so they're about the correct size. I can't see it because of the light levels. So there it is on the thing. So there's the thing there. You can't see that, can you? I don't think I can zoom into that very well. So it's on the side. Right, where am I? I always get mixed up with this on which way the thing goes. I don't think I can zoom into that. Alright, there you go. So you can just about see it on the hull there. You can just about make it out there. Now that's gone, it's just roughly the size of the bits that are on the hull. It's actually smaller than them. So I've got a feeling I could probably use a super small drill. I've got a drill that enough to be a drill smaller than that bit. I reckon I can get a very small drill and use those as a template and drill a very tiny hole at the end of each one for that to fit into. So that when it's super, because if I super glue that on the hull as it is, I know exactly what's going to happen. It's just going to fall away, it won't stay on because it's just super glued on the hull. So I reckon I'll have to drill a tiny little hole there at each end so that that can be fitted onto each of them holes. So that's fine. I won't bore you with watching me do that, of course. Now the other thing that this has is this is the upgrade kit from MK1. It has E43. And this is E43. Right, well that doesn't make any sense, does it? Oh, E43 is the little ladders. I want F39. So I want F39 here. Bear with me. I think that's F39. Right, so F39 is this. And this has all the little portholes on it. Now this has got two choices, open or closed. Right, so there they would be closed. Here they would be open. So this has already got rig holes on the top of this. But these already have rig holes on the top as well. So I reckon what I might be able to do when I get round to it, if I can do it, is drill a very tiny hole there for that. Get the holes drilled out, which will probably take about a week or two. So drill the holes out. And then I will be able to rub all this out. Rub all that, I need to drill through the portholes. I'd better drill all that out, rub all that out once the holes are drilled, and then I reckon I'll be able to do that way. Now that would just be too much, it would be too boring to watch that. I'll put that in there just in case. So that's one way of maybe getting that done. Hope you can hear what I'm saying here. I'll set the microphone up for its highest setting now to see if you can hear me. I'll put that away later because this is going to take forever. Right, so let's put that away. Let's put that away. Now I've lost my little bit of plastic for that. Let me put that away. So then what I've got to consider, I'll have to get that light fitted up at some point. So then what I've got to then consider is the paint scheme. Because it's such a big hull, can't even see it now because I've got everything moved away. Right, let me see if I can get this around a bit and you can see it. Right, so let me get rid of that. Oh! So this is such a big hole, and what's going to happen here is something that I've completely forgotten about what I was talking about. Right, the paint scheme. Now the other thing I don't like, and I've mentioned it in another video, you can't see it very well there, but I think this has been broken at some point. So paint scheme wise, what we have is this, and somewhere in here there's something about the paint. I've seen it somewhere. Right, aircraft catapult, record of Bismarck. So paint scheme wise, I'm not doing the camouflage because it wasn't camouflage at the Bay of during the Battle of Denmark Strait. So all the superstructures were light grey. The hull above the waterline is medium grey. Now normally what I would do, obviously, is I would use a Tamiya. I like these Tamiya paints. But I did this with the HMS Hood, and to paint something this size, it takes 3 or 4 coats of paint, decent paint. I put the paint on loosely. So I reckon that I think I brought about 12, 15 of these. Now that amounts to, you know, 3 or 4 pounds a time. That's about 40 or 50 quid. So you just spend a huge amount of kit. Now this tells you to use RAL 7001 and RAL 7000. I've got RAL paint. This is RAL paint, and it's actually for motor cars. It's very good stuff, don't get me wrong. I use this on the Titanic funnels. It's good stuff, but expensive. Horrible to use because of the smell. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably buy, you just assume, you know, it doesn't have to be model paint. There's no reason that this has to be painted in Tamiya. Well, the kit recommends Mr. Hobby. This recommends Mr. Hobby, and this has natural, neutral grey and grey. So that's not really even got the right colours. The 2 greys are different to what the book is telling you. Video's going to stop in a minute. So that won't be any good. So following this instruction, well, you may as well just bin these things as rubbish. So this would just be neutral grey and grey. So as you can see, it's got very dark grey on this. What would look like a very dark grey, upper and lower, hull and a structure. But it clearly tells you in the book it wasn't a hull. You can't really tell, it tells you to look at the pictures, but you can't tell anything from the pictures, apart from the back end and the front end, which has got a bit of darkness in it. But you can't tell anything from the pictures. You can maybe just about make out that the superstructure is very slightly lighter than this hull. Right, no point in saying anything else. The camera is about to run out, the video is about to run out. So I'll be buying some paint, I don't know, Dulux or something, medium grey and light grey, and painting it with that rather than wasting 30 or 40 pound on tons of these, which you can never guarantee they'll always be the same colour. Although this is neutral grey, so technically it would work. It might work on the hull, but that would never cover all that hull, of course. And then I've got to find some undercoat for it. Right, this is